What's up guys, we're back with the back 9 here. If you haven't seen the front 9, the video link will be in the description. Make sure you go check that out to get caught up on the scores and how everything's going so far. This is hole 10. It's a 540 foot par 4. You got this tee shot here.
That's a mush.
It's pretty wide open. If you go right, the trees do get really thick over there, so you want to keep it a little left, get a little turn, and just finish. Try and get down there as far as you can, but for the most part just throw it as far as you can out there.
What was that? BD3.
So Cody is attempting a roller here. It was a pretty decent headwind going into this hole, so I think he at least set on a little less anhyzer than he would normally, thinking the wind would turn it over for him. But he didn't quite get it to stand up.
Smooth as forehand south of the Mississippi.
Vince with the little foot fault there, but with that shot we cut him some slack. Pretty good shot here from Cody. Gives him a little look at the basket. Still a long putt though. Vince finally getting a shot up in the air, and a little too much air this time. Westway throwing a pretty much perfect second shot there for a nice easy birdie. Jonathan, unfortunate little push there. And then I don't capitalize on how far I made it down the fairway. What should have been a nice easy up turns into a long birdie look for me. Vince throws that nice smooth forehand right there, or easy putt.
That's wrong.
This is what I left myself with, about a 40 footer. Jonathan's birdie look, a little closer than I was, about a 35 footer. Airball. This way with the tap out for the bird. Nice easy bird.
It's in his mouth. It's a chewy bar.
Now everybody else tapping out. Little battle putt going on here.
Wow.
Luckily they both make it, so that's good. Hole 11 here, playing in the B position. Now the T sign doesn't really do it justice. That is it's a super far dogleg right. As you can see, we're all throwing the forehand. Josue hitting a tree. Jonathan throwing a really good skip, flaring up there. Throwing a really good one. Big skip. That's pretty much how you play the hole, is the skip. You can go high, but I feel like the skip is the better play, in my opinion. Vince landing his skip a little early, so he doesn't get towards the basket enough. Josue with a really great upshot there. This basket is on a little peninsula kind of hill thing, to where it's there's a drop off on the backside, and Josue just lays it down next to the basket really good. So Cody's forehand off the tee went a little too straight, and somehow he snuck through all those trees and had a pretty, easy up from where he was to save his par. So Josue tapping in his par. This is Jonathan's, where his forehand skipped to. Nice easy bird. This is where my forehand skipped to. Pretty good hole there. So hole 12, we're playing in the A position. 280 foot. You got all these trees on the front. The right side, you can't really throw a hyzer. You got to throw either a forehand or a turnover through this left side. A lot of guardian trees around the basket, so you kind of, at this point, I don't know if they're taking any trees down around this basket or if they're going to leave it how it is. But there is a lot of guardian trees. Cody with a insane toe drag right there. Now here's Vince, the only forehand, and he actually throws it pretty well here. I thought going in that the forehand wouldn't push far enough to get to the basket, and that's why I went turnover. I still believe that's the case. And you kind of gotta like tee off from the back, because those trees off the tee pad, they really like come into play when you're throwing the forehand, in my opinion. So here's where Vince's forehand landed. It's a decent look. He threw a really good putt right there. I thought he had it, but a little short, a little low. This is where I ended up. I have this tiny little gap that I'm going to try and throw through here.
Oh.
Almost made it. It looked really good. Not enough juice on it. So here's everybody just tapping out for pars. We all parred this hole, no birdies. So hole 13, we are playing to the A basket on the T sign, but I feel like the distances were mixed up there. So it is only a 282 foot shot. Now this is one where you just gotta hit this little gap here and, you know, just fade on over to the left. I got an early release here. Horrible shot, but you know, it happens. Josue hitting right side of that tree, kicking all the way to the right side of the fairway. Cody just not a great shot there.
Oh, nice shot.
Vince with the best shot off the tee there. He, you know, did the little listen for chains, but it wasn't that good of a shot. Josue giving that a nice little run, and I'm in the middle of all this after my terrible shot, just trying to get out.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna give this a run. Might as well try and save the par.
Throwing that one in, calling it, saying I was gonna give it a run. It always feels good when you make those.
Ooh.
So this is where Vince's tee shot ended up. It was he made it down there, so maybe it did give a chance, but doesn't capitalize on the drive. Unfortunate.
Putt.
So this is Josue's way of asking me about the gap I had to throw through. I had no idea what he was talking about, but
I don't know what you're doing.
on to hole 14. So pin A, 300 feet. It is, I mean, you just throw it through this little hallway here. Forehand is definitely the play if you have it.
Behind.
If not, if you just go dead straight, maybe a little baby turn, you can definitely give yourself a look for birdie.
Oh yeah.
But if you got the forehand, it's definitely the play. So unfortunately with the camera and the sun, you can't see the disc right there, but Josue does exactly what I was just mentioning. He throws it dead straight, gets a little baby turn, and leaves himself with like a 25 foot for the putt. So I sawed off my forehand and you know, just messing around, trying to show off for Josue. I go with a little lefty flick there. Vince hit that little twig at the end, so this is what he's left with. Nice upshot there. Did himself a little putt. So this is Johnny's birdie look. He's about a 40, 35, 40 footer. This is what I was left with after my left hand. For the par save, make that putt. Vince for the par save with the camera, ballsy move there. Cody's par. This is Josue's. I guess he was a lot closer than 25 foot. Perfect tee shot with the backhand. It's hard to do. Alright, so hole 15. It is a par 5 on U-disc for both A and B position. We are playing to the A position, so it's 750 feet. Josue smacking the tree off the tee pad. Pretty funny. Throwing a perfect shot on the last hole and then smacking the tree. So on this tee shot, you do want to like throw this turn over, but with maybe I feel like the flex is better because you do want it to fade out at the end of the flight to get back to the center of the fairway. None of us really showing how to do that. Vince decided to go forehand here. A little too much Annie on that one. Josue elected to re-tee. Throws a much better shot here. Still not perfect, but it's down there. So this fairway is pretty confusing, especially playing blind. We had no idea where we were trying to end up. If we wanted to go, you know, land left, so we had to look if the fairway turns to the right, land right. Yeah, it was it's just so long you can't really see the basket until you get way up there, and we have no idea where we're going, so we're kind of just chunking it down the fairway until we figure it out. So a little to the right, kind of where Josue's disc ends up here, that's, or to the left of where his disc ends, is pretty much where you want your tee shot to land if you throw a perfect shot. I'm throwing a really nice shot here, trying to get it to come back, hit the trees at the end. But that's like prime landing zone so that you can have this view and get it way down there on your second shot so that you can have a nice easy up for the for a birdie or even an eagle if you just try to throw it in. So as you can see, Jonathan has a really awkward run up here and then hits a tree. But the only bad part about this course is that it's so new that, you know, I have all these twigs and stuff that over time will be moved out of the fairway, but unfortunately, you know, it doesn't happen instantly. So that's really the only complaint about the course so far. It hurts when you're trying to throw these rollers or skip shots and
Not bad.
you hit a twig that, you know, normally wouldn't be there, or a stump that from a freshly cut down tree, or you have a weird run up like Jonathan had. Other than that, the course is really great, really fun from the shorts. It's just all these that over time, like I said, will be not a problem. So we're finally getting to the point in the hole where we can see the basket.
Second throw another
so
round?
everybody's throwing their up shots here. Cody going to the zone. Getting it down there. I get a little greedy here.
Oh, it's too far.
Trying to throw it again. Because, you know, you do it once in a round, you just want to do it again. Just finishing up the hole. After getting greedy, left myself with another 45, 40 footer. Long putt here to save bogey.
Nice. Haven't missed one yet.
Vince with another camera putt. A 25 footer. Hole 16, 200 foot, 210 foot par 3. Definitely a forehand. Nobody even tried the turnover here. It's just 200 foot, you know, to hard right. It's a nice easy forehand. I feel like that tree right there to the left of the tee pad would definitely cut off the turnover. But like I said, nobody tried it, so we didn't really get to see it. Everybody throwing decent forehands. Cody wobbling that one a little. Still gets down there.
4.
And there is a truck, you know, all the workers straight to the right. Josue pitched out of the bushes right there. We didn't really get it on camera. Did it really quick.
Ooh.
I'm not sure if I went back there recently. The truck and the workers are still, you know, they're still working out there. So I guess they're part of the course.
But
Everybody cleaning up their putts. It's gonna be a birdie for Jacob, Jonathan, and Vince. Tap in. That was a bogey for Josue. Par for Cody. So hole 17 is in the A position. It is 270. And it's pretty much dead straight, but you got all these trees blocking the way, so you gotta... I mean, I throw this really good with the zone right here. Little baby flakes, get it to skip up to the basket. Vince is going with the forehand.
get out of there.
A little nose up, a little just not the release he was looking for. Jonathan's trying to skip here, the skip around the right side. So on this hole, you get to see just about every route there is. Unfortunately, I'm the only one who executed it up the middle to how it should be thrown. Cody gets a big skip there, but he doesn't swing it wide enough. Josue with an early release. So this is a pretty basic hole. Got 3 options there. The low ceiling kind of makes some of them a little tougher. Pretty straightforward, 270, 3 routes, forehand, hyzer, backhand, straight at it. So as everyone's cleaning up on this hole, I just want to say, you know, feel free, leave comments. We do plan on making a lot more content. If you have any suggestions, things you want to see, courses in the area you want to see, things we can do to, you know, put out better content, just let us know. We definitely want to grow the channel, get better at what we're doing. So that's gonna be a birdie for Jacob and a par for everyone else. Hole 18, we're playing in the A position, so 530 foot par 4. We had no idea where we were going, and it's gonna, you know, it'll be obvious. I throw another really nose up shot, hit a tree. Jonathan throws what we think is a really good shot. Gets a weird little bounce off of a mound down at the end. We say good kick because we thought it was good. Turns out not so good.
Go.
Josue here is another example of us not knowing. I mean, I guess he was, you know, happy he didn't get kicked straight behind those trees, but you know, he definitely needed to go further left. Vince as well. Cody lining up a overhand shot here. Ends up throwing a forehand roller. Doesn't really get the old tomahawk flight out of it. So you can see the mound that Jonathan kicked off of. He probably would have ended up in the trees if he didn't hit the mound, but he ended up on the backside and he had to throw that little pitch back to the fairway. I'm behind this tree here, you can't see me, but I'm just pitching out to the middle of the fairway. Josue with the forehand roller
Out of there.
back into the woods. So my approach here, just a little low, didn't get the ground play, hit the little plant. Vince throwing a nice smooth little turning forehand, fades back to the basket, pretty good shot there. Josue going to a grenade. He gets about 20 feet forward back into the woods. Cody somehow throwing a shot backwards. This hole was just Josue with another forehand roller and hitting some trees. This was getting rough towards the end here.
Good run. Nice.
That was a really good putt from Cody. Really good putt from Josue. I get big putted. Air ball. Putting great all day and then get to hole 18. Forget how to putt. Another really great putt from Vince. And I feel like this should have caught Josue laughing because, you know, I was probably talking crap. So that's how we finished our blind round on the short tees. Me and Jonathan do plan on going back and playing a scramble on the longs. That video will be coming out soon. But if y'all, like and subscribe. If you like what you saw, we are going to be coming out with a lot more content. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on this video, and give us suggestions of what y'all think we should do. See y'all guys in the next video.